In this video, I would like us to quickly take a look at just these two questions on integration, alright? And try to find out which technique of integration is used in solving it. But before we move on to that, come on, I want to show you something. I told you some time past that the GMAETS 41 has started his 2025-2026 academic sessions lesson at IDK. So today, being 8th of July 2024, we had a wonderful class in physics. As you can see on dimensional analysis, just take a look at that. Okay, how to solve for certain unknown in a given dimensional analysis problem, and then use that approach to determine the formula relating certain quantities. We used it to deal with this question on period of a simple pendulum. To tell you, I gave my wonderful student and friend an assignment for them to deal with. Alright? Maybe I'm going to snap that assignment and draw for you friends to also work on it and see how far you can go with handling that problem. Alright, back to the business of this video. I have this question. One of it, integral x exponential x squared dx. And I have another integral x exponential x dx. How do you solve this question? If you look at these two integration problems, it seems like, wow, they are the same. Almost the same per se, because I think the only difference is the fact that for the first question, the exponential term, the x there is raised to the power 2. But now sometimes a student may have this challenge in determining the technique of integration to use to solve this problem. So I want to just review the secret and then we'll trash the question in just one step. We will be solving the first question and I'll tell you why. Because I'm still just guiding students on U-Substitution. But I've mentioned you don't really need to punish yourself saying let you be anything. I've told you that you should go and sleep for the moment until it becomes absolutely necessary. Which of course I don't know yet when it is going to be absolutely necessary. So when you have this kind of question, what do you do? Look at the first one, integral x exponential x squared. Now this is the trick. For you to know the technique of integration you would use. I know what I am saying, and that is why I'm telling you this. You know why? Because these two questions, different technique of integration is used to solve it. Now the first one, this is what you would do quickly. Go to that x squared, that exponential term is bearing. Differentiate the x squared. If you differentiate that x squared, you get 2x, true or false? That's good. Now compare that x you got in that 2x, the derivative of the x squared, will give us 2x. Compare the power of that x with the power of x that is multiplying the exponential in the given question. Remember, in the given question we have integral x times exponential x squared dx. So the x that is multiplying the exponential, the power is 1. Is that not so? When you differentiate the x squared, the x that it produced, you got 2x. The x it produced, the power is also what? Power 1. This is wonderful. Now listen, let me tell you the trick. Since the power of x you obtained when you differentiated x squared, since that power of x is the same as the power of x that is multiplying the exponential term, it simply means that U-Substitution will solve that question. Did you like that? So we have just actually found out the technique that will solve the first question. And I repeat that again. When I differentiate the x squared that the exponential term is bearing, you get 2x. Now observe that that x in the derivative, the power is what? 1. So all you need to do is to compare that power with the x that is multiplying the exponential term. And like you see clearly, the x multiplying the exponential term, the power is also 1. So the idea is this. When the derivative power of x is the same as the power of x that is multiplying the exponential term, It means that U-substitution can solve that question. That's condition number one. Condition number two, there are certain kind of questions that will be given to you when you differentiate that x10 that the exponential is bearing on top as power. Are you following, right? Maybe the x you are going to get there, the power will be greater. Take note of it. Key point. The power of the derivative will be what? Greater than the x10 that is multiplying the exponential. Once that case is also observed, it means that U-substitution can solve that problem. Take for example, if the question was to be integral x exponential x raised to the power 3. If you differentiate x raised to the power 3, you get 3x squared. Now you notice that the derivative, the x there is raised to the power 2. Compare it with the power of the x multiplying that exponential, which you see that the power is what? X raised to the power 1. So since the power of the x in the derivative of x raised to the power 3 is greater than the power of x that is multiplying the exponential, it simply means that U-substitution can deal with that question. So dear friends, wonderful, right? That is the trick that you use in identifying the technique of integration that can solve questions like this. The question number 2, which is integral x exponential x. Let me tell you something. U-substitution cannot solve that gap. But I wouldn't say anything about it for now until it is time when GMAETS 41 starts drilling students on integration by parts. And I'll tell you why U-substitution cannot solve that. But if you give attention to the two conditions I gave to you to help you know whether U-substitution can solve a problem like this, those two conditions will help you to determine why U-substitution cannot solve the second question. But anyway, one of my next video lessons I'm going to do that. Having explained that U-substitution will solve the first question, I think I'd like us to deal with that. How fast can you solve that problem if you are in exam hall? Come along, I'm going to make use of the board to solve it. Let me tell you, I'll solve it just in one step. I told you that you will have to go and do what? Sleep until it is time for us to deal with you. Besides, most of the exams that students take now are, objectives, CBT with options. So you want to work on time, and that is why you need this shortcut, the shortest cut from the GMAETS 41. Come, let us visit the board. As I solve that question, number 1, integral x exponential x squared dx. Alright, so come on, let us crash this question. Is it U-substitution teach to tell you that U-sub can solve this problem? This one, U-substitution, oh no, U-substitution cannot solve this. I've told you the two conditions I gave earlier will guide you in that. My interest is just to solve this question. If it is U-substitution, what do? It lets U be equal to x squared. So waste of time. Watch as I deal with this question once. Okay? So we have integral x exponential x squared dx, and then that is going to be equal to, this is what you do. Keep this x constant exactly the way it is. Fix your integration sign. Now what you will integrate is this exponential x squared dx. And what is the reason? Because you found out already that if you differentiate this x squared, it is going to produce this x term. This is wonderful. I've always said calculus is a very sweet, simple topic. You don't need to fear it. If you're having challenge with calculus, relax. Please, just always follow GMAETS 41. And you will see how very interesting and simple calculus is. I will do that for you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, share the video lesson to your friends, and other scholars so that they can also benefit. You can become a channel member also in order to gain exclusive benefit, especially for members. Tap the join button and you see the packages, choose the one that is convenient for you, and join the GMAETS 41's learning community. Okay, let us move on. X will be kept exactly the way it is. Now let us integrate exponential x squared. How do we integrate exponential x squared? Identify your major, which is the exponential function. Identify the minor, which is this x squared. Are you following right? In one of my previous videos under standard integral, I've always advised you friends to to take the video lesson on standard integral. Once you are good with that, your problem is solved in integration. I can tell you that. See standard integral, standard derivative. These two guys, don't joke with them. If the whole topic says differentiation is 100%, standard derivative takes 90% of the strength of differentiation. Come to integration, if everything in integration is 100%, standard integral takes 90% of the strength of that topic. So you don't joke with standard derivatives and integral. Those are the things that guide us in any other thing we are dealing with. Technique of differentiation, called rules of differentiation, or technique of integration. The standards are what guides this guy. Now we are going to integrate this exponential term. Whatever we get, we'll divide it by differentiate this x squared. If you integrate this major function exponential, what would you get? You are going to get exponential. It doesn't change. If you integrate an exponential term, you will get what? Exponential. But remember to write the minor function it is carrying. So what I've just done here is exactly this term that I copied down. But don't forget, you have to divide by, differentiate the minor function that it is carrying, x squared. And if you want to differentiate x squared, what do? Use the power to multiply the base x and minus 1 from the power. Of course, if you do that, you will get 2x. Once you are done with your integration, add plus c. This x will cancel this x. Therefore, integral x exponential x squared dx is equal to, what do we have left here? Exponential x squared all over what? 2 plus c. See how these things I did there, showing this, the waste of time. From here directly I could have gotten my answer just in one step. From here equal to integrate this exponential x squared all over differentiate the x squared. Automatically the x will cancel and you get exponential x squared equal to 2 plus c as your what? Answer. Remember, U-Substitution cannot solve this question. Why? I'm going to meet you in the next video lesson and I'll be teaching you why U-Substitution cannot solve this problem and which technique of integration will deal with that. You will not want to miss out, so please subscribe to the GMAETS 41 YouTube channel and follow me so that once I upload any video lesson, you will personally be notified. Once you subscribe, remember to turn on the notification bell. Of course, that is the only time if I upload, YouTube will immediately inform you that something is there for you to learn. Alright guys, take care of yourself. I'll be seeing you in my next video lesson.